What's up guys, how are you guys doing? In this video I want to show you guys a fun deck you guys can build to utilize Mari and Diana together. Okay, so pretty much the whole thing is we're gonna be using Mari as like a sub DPS slash support card for Diana, and Diana gonna be spamming her bully cards. Okay, pretty much, right? So the build, so we're gonna talk about the Mari save data first, and then we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about Diana's save data first, and then we're gonna talk about the Mari. Okay, so the way this works is pretty much you have this is the build right here, very simple build right here. So what I went with is I went with the create 2 breaker heart breaker card with apply quotas to all exhaust card bully cards in hand, right? So pretty much these are the better like bully cards you guys can create. For Diana, you guys do not need to go for the the resonance version of the the heart shaker ones. These are not that good. Okay, you want to be able to get a bunch of these heart breaker bullets, which is why I went with the heart breaker Epiphany build right here. Okay, so we have 3 dupes of this thing. Pretty much you're gonna be creating a heart breaker bullet, and then you're gonna be applying quotas to all exhaust bullet cards in hand. Okay, so pretty much she creates these guys, and then she's gonna give them quotas, which then Mari can activate using her abilities. Okay, using her linking mechanic and stuff like that. Okay, and then I went with this right here, right on the pistol purification. Pretty much 184 damage, and then it would do 100% damage amount for each bullet card this turn, right? So this card is this turn, so what I'm saying, very good right here. As soon as you finish discarding a bunch of bullet cards right here, you could activate this to do extra damage right here. Okay, so pretty much simple damage dealing card right here, right? So but if there's some RNG involving this, because again what happens whenever you activate this heartbreaker bullet, they will actually randomly activate another bullet card, which is a problem, because again this thing is also a bullet card. So if if this is a card it will activate first, then you are not going to get a lot of damage out of this. All right, you ideally want to activate this once you have discarded a bunch of bullet cards right here. Okay, so you could increase the damage on here, right? But it is fine. And then for the blooming love, we went with this Epiphany right here. So it says draw 1 quotas card, and then it will let you discard 2 cards right here, and then it will give you 1 response to all enemies for each combined cost of the discarded cards, right? So pretty simple right here. So pretty much if you have a bunch of cards discarded, ideally you want to discard a bunch of like you want to discard at least 1 cost cards, okay, because this calculates based on the cost of a card. Okay, so pretty much 1 response to all enemies for each combined cost, right? Combined cost. But if you discard a bunch of 0 cost cards, you're not going to get much out of this. Okay, so you ideally want to discard a bunch of 1 cost or up cards, so you guys can't get a max stack of here. Okay, and then you're gonna get 6 resonance pretty much, right? If you might get the max stack right here, pretty good, right? And I have a divine Epiphany that lets me reduce the cost by 1, which is pretty simple. And then for this I went with this right here. This is one of the best personal card you guys can pick up. That's probably the best personal card for any bullet spammer card. Okay, this thing is absolutely broken. So what it does, it will give you a permanent 30% damage amount to bullet cards. But if you have these 2 specific Epiphanies, what ends up happening is the first Epiphany gives you, if you have at least 5 Umbra engraving, it will move all personal cards to hand, right? Which is very crazy, right? And the second part, which is the important part, right? You have to combine these 2 together in order to get the maximum use out of this card. Okay, and then the second one is if you have at least 3 Umbra engraving, it will let you select and activate 1 card in hand, right? So pretty much if you are using this specific persona, you ideally want to use somebody that also have the same persona right here. Okay, because as soon as you activate this card, then the second part right here that lets you move all persona cards, it will move the other persona card on your hand, and then you can select and activate it, and then you can rinse and repeat until you get up to 300 plus damage, like permanent damage boost to any bullet cards. Okay, so this is pretty much so, and you have to keep in mind that the positions of this engraving is very important. You have to get the 5 Umbra engraving on the first slot, and then get followed up with the second part right here. Okay, if you switch these 2 around, it's not gonna work as well. Okay, so if you want to cycle this back to back with just 1 AP cost, then yeah, this is very good right here. Okay, so yeah, amazing right here. Okay, I just went with this. This is not gonna work with Hidamari, but it's gonna work with any other blade card users. Okay, like Lucas, Luke, and stuff like that, and Reno as well. Okay, that's why I'm planning to use it with them as well. So that's why I went with this. But yeah, this one doesn't really matter, right? For the Hidamari team. Okay. And then for Hidamari, we have a simple build for her right here, as you guys can see. This is pretty much the build right here. For Hidamari build is very simple, right? So the first epiphany we went with is on the hero to all card right here. It will let you draw one card and apply link to Koites card in hand, which pretty much allow you to link all of Diana's bullet cards, right? Because we do have Diana's with the with this build right here, okay? That applies Koites to any of her bullet cards, right? So very cool synergies there. And then we have two dupes of this thing. All right, this is you ideally want a retain effect on this, because this is your main way of like setting up the comp. But I think it's a retain divine funny version, unfortunately, but this also works as well, right? And then for this one, I just went with 3 dupes of the Trade of Light card right here. It's pretty good, right? Pretty much what it does, it would do 112% damage if this card is in hand or graveyard, plus 80% damage amount to linked cards. So this pretty much buffs all of Diana's bullet cards as well as like Hidamari's cards as well, right? And for this one, we went with the upgrade version, right? Just to generate a couple effulgent blaze every turn. You guys don't need this, right? For this build, you ideally can just go for like something like this, okay? So if you look at the epiphanies right here, you could go for this one right here, okay? This one's actually a little better to work with Diana, but I didn't get it, unfortunately. But yeah, for now I just went with whatever I get right here. Okay, so I got the upgrade with a divine that lets me reduce the cost of this thing, which is pretty cool, right? And then this one is just basic, right? And then for the persona right here, we have the discard 2 card for each discarded, 60% damage amount to attack card of this unit for 1 turn, right? And then we have 2 engravings that lets us activate this card when discarded. The reason I went with this is because this will allow this persona card to trigger twice, which is crazy, and then 3 times, right, with its own triggering as well. So you'll be able to discard about, what I'm saying, it will activate. So the first activation lets you discard 2 cards, the second activation lets you discard another 2 cards, and the third activation also allow you to discard extra 2 more cards, okay? And for those each discarded, right, for each discarded, you're gonna get that 60% damage amount stacking up, okay? So this is really good right here, okay? This will pretty much boosts the like Hidamari's damage by a lot, okay? So this is really good right here, okay? And so with this specific epiphany with engraving that lets us to activate it when discarded, you could actually get like up to like 360% damage for Hidamari, okay? Which is crazy, because this will calculate based on each discarded card, okay? So if you discard 2, let's say you activate this manually, right, you'll be able to discard 2 cards that will give you 120 damage, but then we have the 2 engravings that let us activate this 2 more times, right? Because we have activated when discarded, right? And then each of them are going to be adding 120 towards this right here. So yeah, absolutely broken stuff right here, okay? Very good. So yeah, very good damage boosting card right there. And then yeah, for Nia, we don't use anything crazy on the Nia. I mean, you guys already seen my build on Nia. This is pretty much what I went with, okay? Not this one right here, okay? I have a different one. So this is the one I went with right here, right? Just to let us cycle our deck a little bit better, right? We have the gearbox with the AP and draw 2 right here, right? Very good right here. And then yeah, we have this version right here with the extra attack follow up right here, and then we have the upgrade version over here to give us a bunch of disable and elasticity, okay? So yeah, very cool build right there. And yeah, I'm having fun, I'm not gonna lie, okay? So now we're gonna take them to you know what I'm saying, the Nebula Distortion, and show you guys, okay, how it works, okay? So boom, we're gonna take it onto the soul guy right here, and yeah, there you go. Okay, so let's try this team out and let's see how they will perform here, okay? So we're gonna be fighting this guy, obviously, and yeah, let's go in and let's see. All right, so we're gonna go in. Okay. All right, what do we got here? I think I'll start with linking the 2 cards right here so that I could activate them when I discard them using the Trade of Light right here. So that way we should be fine, I think. So we're gonna do that real quick. And then yeah, we're gonna be applying the quickest and linking and stuff on it, right? So very cool. Okay. Alright, so now This one is it's okay. I mean, it's a 30% damage increase to bullet cards is nice, but the engraving they don't work here because I don't have another character with the same engraving, so it's not gonna work. But I might just use it. We'll see, right? We're gonna do this right here, of course. And we're gonna link all the quiz cards right here. Okay. And then okay, I'm actually gonna use this right here first, and then we're gonna use. We are able to play a card right here, so I'm just gonna play this one, I guess. Actually, no, we're gonna play the Soul Reef right here, and then we're gonna do this right here. Okay, so that way we could again pull the Adagio card right here. We're gonna discard this right here, of course. Okay, that's going like this, and then since we can activate this, we're gonna discard these two right here, right? We got 2 Trade of Light, but I don't think I need to worry about that. So I think I'll discard this right here, right, with the upgrade card and stuff like that. So I think we got a setup going right now, so we should be good. And then we're gonna discard this one more time right here. Yeah, that's fine. So let's discard this right here, right? So we'll discard everything. Okay. Alright, and then now we're gonna do the red ones right here. And then I have to discard a couple of cards as well. Okay, so each bullet card discarded this turn. No, I don't have to worry about that. We're gonna discard these guys right here. Okay, yeah, we're gonna discard the bullet cards right here, it's fine. And these guys, they should activate as well, right? Take good damage, right, so far with Diana and stuff like that. Ideally, yeah, you could, what you guys can do as well is you guys can go back to, I'll show you guys what you guys can do here, okay? If you guys don't want to activate this card specifically right here, what you guys can do is just activate this right here, right? And I will activate all the play cards right here and you're gonna be chilling, right? See the arrow will like quick discard this right here. But she did a little bit more damage on the previous turn, so I think I'll do that instead. So we're gonna go back one more time, right? So that's one way you guys can do that as well, right? But yeah, this team is really fun, man. I like it. So we're gonna do this again, right? And then I am gonna discard. I'm actually gonna discard not Trade of Light, no. Yeah, we're gonna discard Trade of Light, and then we're gonna discard. I think one bullet card right here, right? That should be fine. Right? That should do good damage right there. Right? I mean, she's not shooting for that much, to be honest, but we should be good still, though. Right? So, like, let's say 1900 right there, almost 2k right there. So not too bad. And then we're gonna do this. See, bro haven't even summoned his characters, so he's like minions. So and we did that my damage to him. So yeah, very nice right here. And we're gonna end the turn right here, okay? And then, yeah, you're gonna summon his little, minions right here. You have to kill these guys, otherwise it's not gonna, you're not gonna be doing a lot of damage to this guy, okay? So what we could do here is probably, so I could discard this as well. So we're gonna just use a G card right here, just in case, right? And then I am gonna activate, let's activate this right here, right? That's fine. So that will give me a couple of items right here. And then I think for this one right here, we could activate this Adagio card right here, it's fine as well. We're gonna click on that because we need that to be linked. And then I think what I could do here is pretty much just try to take these guys out, right? Yeah, so let's do this right here. Okay, so that should do good damage as well. Right? So we kill one of them, that's good. And then we have discard pile. What do we got here? Card play this turn. Okay, nah, we don't need to worry about that. Okay, so let's do this right here, right? And that will activate everything pretty much, right? Boom, boom. She's just gonna keep shooting them. Right, so we're gonna be able to kill this little dude right here. So that's good. Okay, so that's 2500 damage right there, right? I'm 2700 or something. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad, right? Okay, now we have hero to all card as well, so which is really nice. This one we could actually discard this and discard a bunch of other cards as well. So we're gonna do this. Boom. Alright. And then we're gonna discard this card, of course. I think I'll discard one of the Trade of Light right here. I think should be fine. And then we can discard one more time right here, and then we're gonna do one more right here. And then yeah, this is pretty much GG's, man. So we're gonna draw a card right here. and we're gonna draw one more card right here, see what we can get right here. So we're gonna do this right here, right? And then just the bullet card, increase damage is fine as well, right? And then, okay, I could play, sure. Yeah, and this thing is dead pretty much. Yeah, that was the easiest one, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. That was very easy. So pretty much that's how the Diana and like Hidamari team works, right? Very, very interesting build right there I came up with. Anyways, guys, that was the comp I want to show you guys with like Hidamari and Diana, right? So yeah, very, very cool synergy. I'm not gonna lie, I think this is probably one of the better ways to make those two like Hidamari and Diana work together, because they don't clash with each other's like Hidamari's like sword and then like Diana's like bullet cards and stuff like that. It doesn't like crowd your hand or anything, you know what I'm saying? You just simply just cycling their cards together in order to do damage, right? So very, very simple but effective team, guys. Comp you guys can't build. Okay, I'm very excited to try this as well with Diana. Okay, I want to try this with like Diana, Lucas, and like Nia team and see how effective this build is. Okay, but yeah, this card is really, really good, man. Anyways, thank you for watching, and of course let me know what you guys think about this team right here. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe as well, and bye bye.